and I'm getting the dog. So we have Radar in the background because this video is all about you. All about you today. Alright everyone, hello and welcome back to my channel. And as you guys saw by the title of this video, I'm going to be telling you what I learned after 1 year of owning my dog. I got Radar on May 26th, 2020. He is a quarantine puppy, and yes, he does all the quarantine puppy things. And I have learned so much in owning him. I had never owned a dog before him. My family never owned a dog. The only people that I knew who owned a dog were my sister, and she adopted a dog after she got into college. So I didn't really have a lot of experience with owning a dog of my own. So I just wanted to get into what I learned in this 1 year of having a Radar. Yeah. I kind of have categories, but it'll be a little sporadic. I feel like I'll just go into it a little more. And I have my notes on my phone, so that's why I'll be looking down. So this section will be called Before Adopting. First one is you spend a lot on essentials. You have to buy the kennel, the bed, the collar, food, lots of toys, just like a whole bunch of things. I think I spent almost $600 total. $300 on Radar and $300 on the essentials, which is a lot to drop all at once. And Radar was just an adopted dog. He wasn't from a breeder dog, which would be a lot more expensive. I was just like, there was so much you have to get all at once, which is so much to pay for all at once, which I was glad that I had the money for, but it was also a bit of a shock with how much everything is. When you want certain items or certain brands, it gets up there in price. You definitely need to meet the dog that you're adopting first. When I got Radar, I got him from Hope Animal Rescue of Iowa, and one of their requirements for adopting is you have to do a meet and greet with the dog to see if you're compatible, which was really helpful in understanding Radar's personality, considering he is definitely not a cuddle bug. He is more of a rowdy, like wants to play all the time dog, and he'll cuddle at the end of the night. The foster mom said that he has two different personalities. One, he's very outgoing when there's another dog, and two, he's a lot more relaxed and chill when he's by himself, which I didn't realize was true until I moved into an apartment with another dog, and that just became 100% true. The last thing in this category is that I applied to a lot of dogs. Starting in February of 2020, I was scrolling through Pet Finder, just trying to find different dogs, and I think I applied to at least 60 of them. And a lot of them were dogs that I like, oh, I'll be okay if I got them, and the other one was like, I need to have this dog. And Radar was one of those who was like, I need to have this dog. She's so cute. And I think unintentionally I was playing to a lot more of dogs who had special requirements or special needs. A few of them are harder to apply for considering you have to have experience with those kinds of dogs before, which I obviously hadn't. But since Radar is a tripod, he didn't have to, I didn't really have any special requirements. So yeah, that was what I learned before adopting Radar. And I thought I would tell you a little bit about Radar's backstory before I got him. The Hope Animal Rescue of Iowa partners with a program down in Oklahoma, and that was where Radar was found. He was found on the street with 2 other puppies and an older dog, and all of them had a broken back leg. And they don't know what it's from, but they assume that it was a car that had run them over, and so they were also severely broken that they all had to be amputated with the leg, which is why Radar is a tripod. And because Radar was a puppy along with the other 2, he didn't have to go through as much physical therapy as the older dog did to kind of get used to having a back leg. Obviously now, like, I'll insert some videos, he doesn't even think about it at all. Like, sometimes he'll try to scratch himself with the nub, which is really sad, so I'll like go over to him and scratch him there because obviously he can't and he needs to get to that itch. He had his leg amputated and then they transferred him up to Iowa with Hope Animal Rescue, which is how I find him, through Pet Finder. When he was with his foster family, he had one of the other puppies that also had their leg amputated, and he was with another dog in that family. And when I was adopting him, I can insert some clips. I was at the foster mom's house for like an hour and a half. I'm just saying, he is literally the cutest dog in the world. I seriously hope that I am picked. There is one other family that is also in the process with him, so it will just depend on where the better fit will be. It was between me and another family, and the foster mom really liked me the most out of the 2 because she had a rank who would be better fit. And she thought I would be better fit because I was by myself. I'm in college, so I would socialize with people, and so Radar would be socialized, as well as I didn't have any other pets, and so I would just give him all of the attention, whereas the other family that was trying to adopt him had, I think, 3 to 4 other pets, so it would be like it's a lot to not give a lot of attention to, and she said that he needed a lot of attention. And also his name beforehand was Forrest, which I did not like that name, and I thought his ears were so cute, and I actually got the idea from my sister. So his name is Radar from his ears and from one of the characters in MASH. Probably have the video linked either down below or in an iCard, and you can watch the process of me adopting him. This next section is the first days of having him. I got very little sleep at night. Obviously it's a new location, and kennel training him it wasn't terrible, but it was at night a pain, especially him being a puppy. You would have to wake up in the middle of the night to take him out or he'll be whining. I distinctly remember in that first week there was only one night that he would not stop whining, and I got absolutely no sleep that night. But after that night he was fine in the kennel. He just goes in and out of it, and I unintentionally train him when I say goodnight to go into his kennel, because that's his space where he likes to go to sleep, hang out, just loves it, which is a good thing for me. You get frustrated a lot. You get frustrated with, like, when they pee on the carpet, when they don't listen to you, when they don't get things instantly, or just a lot happens and you get frustrated, but you have to like think and like, it's a new location, they're young, they don't really know what's going on, so you have to like be very patient, which is something that I had to learn throughout this process. You definitely fall in love with your dog. Oh my gosh, like I would take so many bullets for Radar. I cannot tell you, like I cannot think of my life without him anymore. I can't think of my life before him. I love him so much. He makes my day every single day. He just puts a smile on my face no matter what. He's the cutest little boy ever. Yes, you are. There's something, this is like one item that I didn't think at all. I learned you need different types of toys. I got Radar a whole bunch of like balls and like harder toys on his first few days, and you definitely need more of the stuffed animal type of toys when you get a new dog, because they will want to play with those over the other harder toys, mostly because it's easier for them to chew on and play with than the other ones. I know. He sees a bird. Training. Very first one. When you think they're fully potty trained, that's when they get you. I thought Radar was fully potty trained, and then he had like a week of doing like just peeing on the carpet. He pooped on the carpet one time, and it was like, really, you thought they were good, but not anymore. And it gets better as they get older, but sometimes you just get super frustrated. And I didn't like do like a potty, like give him treats or anything. I just took him outside and had him go to the bathroom. I didn't really train him to do it. As I mentioned before, he picked up some things that I didn't teach him. For example, goodnight is going into his crate. He learned drop it without me having to teach him, which was really nice because he does it really well, and he definitely listens really, really well on some occasions. Sometimes he'll be very distracted, so we're still working on that, but I feel like he's a lot better trained than some other dogs that I know of. We still have a lot more training to do. I really want to retrain him on his leash. He does pull quite a bit on it, so I really want to train him to only walk beside me when we're walking and not pull. He does very well when there's another dog passing on our walk. We'll have him sit on the side and just leave it. And he does that pretty well for a majority, which is really nice, but obviously I want to teach him new tricks, and he knows quite a few. Some unexpected things, they grow so fast. And the problem is you don't realize how much they grow. Other people will, but you don't because you see them every day. But Radar just grew so fast, and there's sometimes he'll like be spread out on my bed when I'm reading, and I'm like, oh my god, you're like so long. He was so little, and now he's so big. Like, I used to be able to hold him, and now like it's a lot harder for me. Vet costs, holy crap, vet costs are so expensive. Like, they literally charge you for throwing away their poop bags, so it's a lot, especially when like some unexpected things happen. I was visiting home for the weekend, and Radar threw up a lot that weekend, so I brought him into the vet, had them take an x-ray, and x-rays are about $200 to $300, especially without pet insurance, so that was a lot, and you spend a lot of money on them. So if you can get pet insurance, I would, because they're so expensive. They go through so many toys. I feel like I get Radar a toy and he'll like rip a hole in it within a day, and by the end of the week I'll have to throw it away because it's not usable anymore. There's a few toys that he has still from the day that I got them that he has not torn apart. There's a unicorn toy that has done really well. That's literally the only one, let's be honest. But they go through toys so much, and literally the second you get a dog, you'll just want to buy stuff for them all the time. Like, you'll be in a store, you'll be like, oh, there's dog toys, like I'll buy a dog toy, it'll be fine. The next thing you know, you have like 100 dog toys and you don't know what to do with them. And the last thing on the unexpected is quarantine puppy is real. Tell me you have a quarantine puppy without telling me you have a quarantine puppy. Like, I'll leave the room and he'll be like, why are you leaving? Where are you going? He'll follow me around. He'll whine when I'm not there sometimes, unless he's with other people. And he's definitely like wants to stay by my side all the time, which is a big quarantine puppy, but you know, I'm okay with it. I love having him around, and I obviously socialize him, so he will still be able to be around people and not be afraid. The last section for this is my other section. The first thing on it is they get sick and they can't tell you why they got sick, which is hard, especially that one instance that I was telling you. You don't know what's wrong, and they can't tell you what's wrong, and it's just a really sad process because you don't know. And you can't help them. All you can do is sit there and comfort them and hope like it's not something terrible, or if it is, take them to the vet. And the last thing is that socialization is key. Make sure your dog or your cat or whatever is socialized with other dogs. There's sometimes aggression that gets really bad with dogs, and the only way to fix that or to like stop that from even happening in the first place is to have them hang out with other dogs and play around. And I was lucky enough to live in an apartment that allowed pets, so I was able to have Radar socialize with the other dogs that lived in my apartment. I hope y'all enjoyed the little cute montage at the beginning, as well as learned something from this video. I obviously probably have so many more things that I learned, but these were the ones that stood out to me the most, and I really hope that they helped you, and I feel like I'll definitely learn so much more throughout the years as I spend them with Radar. So I hope you enjoyed us and the video and watching Radar in the background. If you did, make sure you give a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos like this or vlogs, and I'll see you in my next one.
1, 2, 3, funky. My darling, I